Okay, so today I'll be showing you how to make a server-sided executor. Firstly, you need to start off by putting a screen GUI inside of starter GUI. You can then add a frame, put it to the middle, and then you can resize it to whatever size you want. I'm going to decorate it a bit, so I'll speed it up.
Everything that brought me alive, going around like monsters, playing with the monsters.
Once we have done the GUI work, we can now move on to the scripting. Head over to the execute button, and then we shall add in a remote event, a local script, and a script. This local script is basically going to fire the remote event once the button is pressed, and the script is going to pick up the fire event once the button is pressed, if that makes sense. Now inside the local script, make a variable for the remote event. This is just a variable. Once we have coded the variable part, we can now code the part where it will fire the remote event once the button is pressed. And to do this, we'd put script.parent.mouse button one click, which is basically when the player clicks the button, connect and function. And we don't put anything in these brackets. And down here, we will tell the remote event to fire whatever text is inside the text box. And we do this by remote event, fire server, and then the text box. And since my text box is over here inside frame 1, I would put script.parent, which is the execute button, .parent, which is the screen GUI, .frame1, which is frame 1, which is the parent of the text box, .textbox, .text. What this will do is fire the text. Once we have finished coding the local script, we can then move on to coding the script. And inside here, we will create a variable for the remote event, like we did in the local script. And we do that by local, whatever you want here, SSS equals script.parent.remote event. And in here, we will create a piece of code so that it runs whenever the remote event is fired. So basically, whenever the person clicks the button, this will run. And we can do that by SSS.onServerEvent, which is going to wait until they press the button, connect, function, and then in here we'll put skid and lol in case anybody tries to crack your SS and they just read skid and lol, and then remove this extra bracket here. Down here we will put require script.loadstring, and then you'll probably be wondering, why is there no load string in here? Well, I'll put the load string in the description, and this is needed to run your script. So you drag this load string into the script, and then that will run the piece of code inside the text box. And then after that, we put lol and then another bracket, so these two parameters can match up. And that's the script done. Okay, now that we have done the script, you might be thinking we can head in here now, which is right, but once you head in, it will look extremely ugly. Just look, because everything will be all over the place, and that's not cool. So you will have to go into the toolbox, plugins, and if you haven't already, you need to install something called, it's already there, Autoscale GUI. What this will do is it will auto-scale the GUI on any device, so that it looks like this on any device, even a phone. So yeah, I'll do that. I messed around a bit, and I think the best settings for this is scale offset altogether, because I think they've updated it and they've added different settings. So scale offset and scale offset altogether, it just makes like this, so no matter what device you'll just see the same thing, but not really, because if you're on laptop you'll be seeing this, but if you're on phone you'll be seeing this, and you don't really want that, but that's the new update, I guess, so you have to stick with that. You might be thinking, now is the best time to enter in, put my script in, execute it, and have fun. but not quite yet. Because most good scripts, such as Godcat, revolve around R6. And for that, we have to make the R6 button work first. And now, I have another model in the description, which is the R6 pack. And you'll drag these two scripts into the R6 button. And then now you can press play. And then once you click the R6 button, you will turn into an R6 character, which is very useful. Yeah, I'm R6 now, but you can't really see it because I haven't added the drag script in yet. Now, to make your GUI or SS Executor draggable so you can see your script, I will leave a model in the description so it's faster and quicker and easier for you to use. Inside the script, you will see this, and it looks difficult, but it's not really that difficult. But first, you need to create a frame in your GUI because I forgot to do this earlier. And then make it like the top bar of your SS Executor. This is where you'll be able to drag it by. Like you hold it and drag it. If you want to make it bigger, that means it's easy to drag because there's a bigger area to hold your mouse on. If you want to make it smaller, it's a bit more precise and you have to put your mouse right on the line. I'm just going to make mine small for now because I want it minimalist, and I'm going to change the border size pixel down to 0. And then you need to get everything else in your GUI and put it inside of the frame, and it will look weird like this, and you just have to deal with it and put it back. And then you have to go through this process again, and it will look even weirder once you click it. So do that, click it, and then put it back, and then it's kind of like a game really. Do that again, and then put it back. And then the size, it won't do it, so you can just click it and click it. And that's it really. And then you need to put the smooth drag inside your frame and then edit the script a bit. Only this part of the script you need to edit, so it's easy. So you need to remove the extra parent if you've done what I've done. So it's script.parent, which is the frame. Oh no, yes, it is. Because script.parent is my frame and .parent is the screen GUI.frame, which is this. So that's going to make this draggable. So if I enter in here, it should be draggable, I think. And let's see. Yeah, it's draggable. And then in here, the R6 is working. And the script I chose to use is Reality Orb, the one I used in my last video, because I find it cool. And it should work. Yep, and it works. And I'll get on to declare, hide text, and respawn function in a minute. We can move on to coding the clear text function. So head over to the clear button, insert a local script into it, and then create a variable for the text box, as so. Local box equals script dot parent dot parent dot frame one dot frame one dot text box. And then in here you can put script dot parent, which is the mouse, which is the button, dot mouse button one click connect function, and remove this bracket, hit enter. And then in here, if you want it simple, you can just put box.text equals that. And all that will do is once you load in and then you type something into the box, it will just remove it. That's it. And then it's gone. So like this. So if you type in, let's just say, I don't know, poop, and then you can hit clear, it's gone. I think I type it in again, then gone. Then type it in again, gone. But if you want to make it more sophisticated, then you can put box.text equals cleared, and then wait 0.6, and then you can put box.text equals that. And all that will do is just make it look a bit neater, and when you click it, it will just say cleared, and then it would go off again, so like this. So let me just put one of my favorite emojis, flushed, and then if you press clear, oh, I'm on shift lock, wow. Okay, so I got off shift lock, and you can just do, if you press clear, it will say cleared, and then it will go back to normal. And then you can put it again, then blah blah blah, and then rinse and repeat. That's it. Now we are going to be coding the hide text function. There will be a model link in the description if you want to use it, and this is the script. It's really not that hard. So you drag it into your hide text function, and then you change the AAA to wherever your text box is. In my instance, it's inside a frame called frame 1. So I would then go to the replace function in the script menu, type in AAA, and then type in, so script.parent is my button, and the parent of my button is the frame. So I need to look for frame 1 inside that frame. So I'm going to put frame1.textbox. And then yeah, boom boom, and then you can do all, and then yeah, that'll work. And so if you head in the game right now, and then if you wait for it to load, it should hide your text, if I'm right. Like, it won't hide your placeholder, it won't hide the put your stupid script here text, because that's oh wait, it will. And then if you type it in, you can hide text and have fun with it. You can clear, and then you can, I don't know, hide it even more. I don't know, do what you want with it. Okay, and now the last piece of thing that we have to code is the respawn button. And honestly, you don't really need that much effort into it. You can just search out respawn button like I did here. But if you want to, then you can just use this pack I put down below in the description. You can just drag it into your respawn button, and then go into server events. Go into local script, and then change workspace.server events to script.parent.server events, because if you keep it as workspace, it won't load because it's in the workspace and that's client-sided. But if you put it in the GUI, it also loads with the GUI. So just put the server events underneath the respawn button, and also put the local script underneath the respawn button, and that will work hopefully. So if you enter into the game, and hopefully it will load. And let me see, drag. Yeah, it works. Yeah, that's fine. Before we move on to making the backdoor, I'm just going to suggest some suggestions for you to make the better screen GUI. So first you want to head over to the screen GUI. The text, the screen GUI, and then you want to turn off the reset on spawn. So what that would do, like if you respawn, this whole thing would go away, but if you have this turned off, it won't go away once you die. And then you can also navigate to the text box, and you can also turn off the clear text on focus, and that so like you might be wondering what that would do, because if you put like WASD in here and you click off and then you click back on, it won't clear it. But yet if you turn on clear text on focus, where is it? Yeah, here. And then if you click back on, it will just clear it, and that's kind of annoying if you want to edit script. So yeah, and I'm just turning that back off because it's better. Yeah, there. Yeah, and that's all the suggestions I have to. Okay, so the last step of this tutorial is to head over to Workspace, create a module script, and then enter the code that I put in the description down to below. The only things you have to change in here is the module. So function module, and then this is whatever you want for it to load. It's like it's like this. So require, and then you get the ID, and then there's something here to load it, and then your name. And in this case, it's sub to me please. So this would be sub to me please. And that's what your loading function is. So change that to whatever you want. You can change it to I don't know, and then you can. That's what your code's gonna run like. And yeah, so you change whatever you want to. You change that to whatever you want, and then you go to here, and then you change it to your screen GUI name, and then you put it inside of the script. So you put the screen GUI inside of the module script, and whatever that name is, let's just name it Teletubby SS. Wait, yeah, without a space because it's easier. Teletubby S. You're gonna have to put. Oh, whoops. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah. And then, so you're going to have to put in here. Teletubby S. And then, yeah, that's your main module. Okay, so now you've done all this, you're going to copy and paste it, Control-C, or by just copying it, and then go to whatever browser you like. I'm going to use Google Chrome, and go to this website, the link will be in the description down below, and create a new notepad file. But since I already have one dedicated to obfuscating, I'm going to put my module in here, save it, and then close it. And then I'm going to turn on all of these so that it's highly secure, upload, and then I go to my downloads, and then I find the obfuscate file, and then I click obfuscate, and then I wait for it to load, and I click it, and then I copy all of it, and this is your main module done. And then you can paste it down here, and then you can yes, So you can close all of it, and wait, you can close it and then save to Roblox, and then you can save it as I don't know, Teletubby SS. Then allow copying. You must allow copying for it to work. So yeah, and now once it's uploaded, go to the website and copy it. Oh, Teletubbies hashtagged. Copy the thingamajigger, the asset ID, and then go back to Roblox Studio, and then create a script, and then copy and paste the script in the description, and I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so I'm back, and this is the script you would want to paste in. It's a HTTPS script. It's a HTTPS logger. It's not a non-HTTP because that would be too in-depth for this simple tutorial. And it just shows the game link, and then it just says infected game. It doesn't show any of the play counts whatsoever. It's just a basic server-side tutorial, so you can just get creating it, I guess. And for local hook, you would want to go to Discord, go create a server or something, go create a server-side server, Scrambles server, whatever. And then you want to go in it, and then you would go to server settings, and you can go to webhook, and then stream mode, and then you can go to create webhook, and then you can put like, I don't know, game logger. Then you copy this webhook thing, save it, and then redirect it to the channel you want it in. So that's the only channel I have, so general. Go back to Roblox Studio and paste your HTTPS Discord webhook in here. So and then in here you would want to get the asset ID from before, get it and copy and paste it, and then you want to type in the require and then your code, and then whatever module you put in. And remember, I put in I don't know, and then you want to put in player.name, and this would, every time someone joins a game, it would load up the function, and then it would check if they're whitelisted, and if they're not whitelisted, it won't give the GUI to them. But if they are whitelisted, they will give the GUI to them. So yeah, that's it. And if you want to add a whitelist system, then you can just go here, remove this extra bracket, and then you type in here, if player is friends with, and then do an extra bracket, and then go to your profile or whatever profile, and then go to your character, and then copy your asset ID in the URL, and go back to Roblox Studio, paste it in, and then type then, and then this will run if the player is friends with the player that you just put in. So yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.